Hey there, VC. Mick back here. This time with my top 10 Australian releases of 2025. Just so people are aware, to come up with these lists, I listen to an extreme amount of music each year, generally on Spotify, but on online shows. And typically, I then decide what I think would best translate to the vinyl experience. So let's start off at number 10. Okay, here we have Mr. Go Between himself, Robert Forster, and his Strawberries album, recorded in Germany, comes with a nice inner sleeve, and I was fortunate enough to see Robert, so thanks mate for the autograph. We chatted about rugby when we caught up, and you can see his wife and some of his family there. This was recorded and by the Tapat label, which is in Hamburg, Germany. Classic Robert, and one of the many go-between releases this year. There is a coloured vinyl version, but I was unable to track down the black one. So that's number 10. Okay, straight into number 9. And also some 80s, 90s, actually come to think of it, 70s luminaries on this one. This is the Bleak Squad. Now this is on the Poison City label, which comes out of Melbourne. And it features people like Marty Brown, but the names you'll really know are Mick Turner from the Dirty Three, and Mick Harvey from the Birthday Party in the Bad Seeds, and Adelita Sarson from the Magic Dirt. Spinally alternative rock. Dangerous but fresh at the same time. And a bit of red vinyl for those who worry about those sort of things. Okay, next up we have Grinding Eyes with Out of Focus, also on Poison City Records. This was psyched out, punked out shoegaze. A refreshing take on that genre. Matt Wicks tends to be the key person within on this. Nice inner sleeve there, and comes on some beautifully luscious green vinyl. Okay, next up we have Tropical Fuckstorm, and this is Fairyland Kodaks. And Tropical Fuckstorm feature notably Gareth Lydiard, who played in the Drones, an Australian punk blues outfit. You know these guys are into music by their album titles. Check that one out. Joe Meek Will Inherit the Earth. Fantastic cover art, and with a hype sticker, and one of those ones that I think is crucial to the artwork, so I've left it there. Don't know if it's going to last. Depends if this record's going to bend or not. Anyway, fantastic inner sleeve. This is supported by Creative Australia. And we have the fancy green vinyl for those people that care about that sort of thing. And on the UK label Fire, which were notable for having Spaceman 3. Okay. Next up, Jules Reedy, Ghost Spirit. Now, this is an Australian artist living in Berlin, and it's an experimental guitar album. There's Jules there. Fresh, inventive, and certainly takes you away to another place on the always fantastic Thrill Jockey label. How great's that? Australian artist on Thrill Jockey, that's just brilliant. And notably mastered by Rashid Decker in Berlin. Okay, next up, the Go Between Connection continues. And this is The Apartments And this is the plaything of Peter Milton Walsh. Peter was in the apartments while they were in Brisbane for a splash of time, a flash of time. The song Don't Let Him Come Back is about Peter. Peter shows us his worldliness by the front cover of Venice there. It's a big production. Besides Peter, we have people on hand percussion, tambourine, cabasa, maracas. It's a big production. And this is on 2025 Riley Records. And it's just for the labels there, custom label, but no coloured vinyl. Okay, number 3. An Australian guitar hero, Oren Ambashi. And this album is Ghosted 3. Ghosted made my top 10 list. Ghosted 2 made my top 10 list. And this is number 3. So putting Oren at the very forefront of my favourite Australian guitarists. Johan Berthling and Andreas Werlin help him out on this one. Recorded in Stockholm, mixed in Melbourne, and on the Drag City label. That's like Ghosted. Okay, we're getting to the top 3 now. And we start off with a concept album of sorts. Okay, this is the Cosmic Psychos. And you can tell maybe by the cover that the album's called I Really Like Beer. And it's a concept album of sorts around that. This album has been described, not by me, but I think thoughtfully, as the Ramones meet the Crocodile Hunter. Even though we worry for Mad Macca's health by the look of that picture on the front, an interesting sort of a guy. Not only was he in the Onias, but also at times in his life's been a lawyer and a professional swim coach. Yep. And plays in this kind of band. This is what the real Australia's like. Things aren't quite the way you seem. On Go the Hack Records and Subway, which seems to be a joint release. These guys toured the country quite recently with this. This version is the, you guessed it, piss-coloured vinyl. Piss is a Australian term, slang for beer for those overseas. I'm on the piss. Don't know if this relates to that specifically. Interestingly, there was some vinyl that was liquid filled with the boys' urine that sold out in no time. Not sure I wanted that. Anywho, I probably would have, record collector stuff. Now hitting the top 2 here. It's pretty interesting. And this album's particularly special. This is the Brisbane band Halfway. And all this was recorded somewhere between Darwin and Brisbane. Like the Peter Milton Walsh album, a big alignment of players, but also including some go-betweens in John Wilstein, who played on 16 Lovers Lane, and Adele Pickvance, who was in the later versions. For those who follow this channel, they'll know that I've got quite the interest in the next, and Chris Abrahams plays guitar on this. It's produced by Mark Nevers, and bit of disclosure here is the lead singer of this band played in an earlier band with me, and that's John Busby. And John tells some wonderful tales about Central Queensland, and this one's no different. It's about the bays around Stanage Bay, and it's a concept album, and it's about Mackay. St. Lawrence, Claremore, Clairview, Ogmore. Two brothers, George and Lenny, live with their young families in the remote fishing village of Stanage Bay, central Queensland. One warm evening on low tide, the men set their nets in the Styx River and leave them to soak overnight. Just before daylight, Lenny breaks camp to check the catch, but he doesn't return. How good's that? There's a line up there. Interesting, like the Peter Milton Walsh album. A lot of players. If you want to understand the essence of Queensland, and probably one of the more progressive releases out of Australia, please grab that one. And the number one. Okay, how could I go past this? The Blues Punk Godfathers, Be Suburban. The drummer, James Baker, died earlier this year. This features several members of the Scientists and Kim Salmon, but also reflects the power of them live. Some great inners. It's actually a double album, and you get the Beast Alive with it, and that's was recorded at the Factory and the Croxton Band Room. If blues gutter punk's your thing, and it's definitely my thing, this is the one to get. I see by the release date it came out in late 24, so for all the calendar cops, this certainly didn't make it on vinyl till earlier this year. And here we go, I'll give you the red vinyl one. Okay, thanks everyone. That's my top 10 vinyl releases that were by Australian bands for 2025. See you soon with further countdowns.